Hello guys, welcome to my channel How to Learn. In this video, I want to explain about my Techmahindra interview experience. Okay, before going to interview process and questions, let me introduce myself. Hi guys, I'm Anil and I have 2 years of experience in Spring Boot microservices, and as I said, I worked in Spring Boot and microservices. I was a Java developer and I worked in different domain like banking domain. I had domain projects. Okay, and let's go to the interview process now. A recruiter from Naukri contacted me for the Techm interview. Okay, and the interview rounds are a written test, technical plus managerial round in a one call, and a HR round. Actually, I was initially surprised because for an experienced developer, no one will have conduct some written type of exams, right? And first of all, I have attended an online coding exam. Like, it contains some, I cannot say it's a MCQ exam. Okay, in that I got some questions like Java, Hibernate, basic SQL, and basic Spring questions, and there are some apt and reasoning questions also. I got some experience, like I was attending for an interview as a fresher like that. It was a good experience, and after giving the test, after 2 days, I got a call like I was selected, and the recruiter conducted me this technical plus managerial round. And normally in every company they will conduct this technical and managerial round separately, but here they conducted me the both rounds in the same interview round. Okay, and so I got I cannot explain you my project details which I faced in which I have explained in the managerial round, and I cannot explain you some questions related to my project as it is confidential, but I will share you some questions related to technical and some managerial round question which not involving my project. Okay, and these are the skills mentioned in my resume, guys. Okay, and this is my first question. The interviewer asked me to write some code for how to remove duplicate elements from array in Java. Okay, and then I asked him, can I use collections? He strictly said no. He said, like, I want to test your coding and logical skills. That is the reason I want you to write this code without using collection. It means everyone are comfortable with writing with the collections, right? But he was not. He don't want me to use any type of collections. He just want me to write some logic how to remove the duplicate from elements from array in Java. Okay, and it took me some time. Like, I took nearly 15 minutes because it's been many days. I have been practicing this program, right? Normally I went through the coding questions when I was trying a job as a fresher, but now I was an experienced guy and I struggled a lot for writing this question in sudden in an interview as the interviewer asked it suddenly. It's been 2 years. I went through these questions and all, and I have finally written. It's a good thing, but I don't want you guys to be struggle like me. So what I have done means I made a video and I have added it to my Techmahindra interview playlist. Okay, even I have a blog. I will paste these links in my description and you can use it. Okay, don't struggle like me, guys. Please watch this video before you are attending the interview. Who knows who will ask this question, right? And my next question is, what is the difference between meta space and PremGen space? Okay, normally when this question comes means when you mention Java 8 in your resume, this interviewers will ask such type of questions. Okay, and normally what happens means until Java 7 there was a area in JVM memory called PremGen space, but where it is used to keep it classes. Okay, and in Java 8 it was removed and replaced by meta space. Okay, so they want me to explain the differences between the both, and in a simple line I can simply say, like, a one-line answer for this question is only difference between for the PremGen and meta space is normally we will face some exceptions, right? Java.lang. Out of memory error PremGen space. Okay, this error will be not occurred in Java 8 because here you have this meta space, right? Normally in Java 7 we have PremGen space, so we will get this error like Java.lang. Out of memory error PremGen space, like that. Okay, and I will explain you some more differences between the both PremGen and Metaspace. Okay, normally PremGen space have some fixed maximum size, but if it's come to Metaspace, it auto increments its size based on underlying OS also. Okay, it auto incrementing the space, I can say like auto incrementing the size in the Metaspace also depends upon the OS where the Java is installed. Okay, remember that point, it is important. And I can simply say like if it's come to PremGen space, it have comparatively inefficient garbage collection. Okay, and if it's come to PremGen space, here we have efficient garbage collection. Okay, and these are the differences between the PremGen and Metaspace. And let's go to our next question: how to handle null pointer exception using Java 8. And guys, how to handle this exception means using the Java 8 feature optional. Okay, now I will show you that practically. Okay, if you observe here, I have some string array, and let's assume I am trying to access some character at string at index, or I want to make this string as lowercase, which is present at string index 4. Okay, let me run this program now. Let's check what happens. I'll get exception because no string is found is there at the particular index, right? I have initialized this string array with some size, but I have not, I can simply say like I have not inserted any data into it, so I will get exception. For avoiding it, we have some feature like optional. Okay, we have to here we want to write some code like optional.off-nullable str of 4. Okay, if st dot is present, I want to get this string and I want to change it to lowercase here. Otherwise, I want to print some message like no string is present. Let me execute the program again. If you observe, I'm not getting any exception, right? It's the best way for handling the null pointer exception using this Java 8 feature. I think so. Now you guys understood. Okay, let's go to some other question. Example of group by using streams in Java 8. Okay, now I will explain it practically. Okay, guys, if you observe here, we have some class like employee test. Okay, I have already created a class named employee. And wait guys, my machine is stuck. Yeah, now it's fine. If you observe, I have created an employee and I have declared some variable like name, city, age. Okay, and I have also created some set getters, constructors and all. If you observe, I have inserted some data into it, and here if you observe, we have something common like cities. Many employees belonging to the same city. In this example, what I want to show you means I want to group employees based on the cities. Okay, let's group them, guys. Employee dot stream dot collectors dot grouping by employee get city. Okay, yeah, sorry guys, here I missed an E, so I'm not getting the reference. Okay, let's put some semicolon here. And let's print this employee by city. Let's run the code. Okay, if you observe here, we are getting some groups, right? Here Karan, Sumit and Deepak belongs to Delhi, so here we got a group. And here Rajesh and Neeraj belongs to Bangalore, here we got a group. Like this it works. Okay, I hope now you guys understood it. Okay, like this the questions will be based on the groupings. Okay, they may ask you questions on names or cities or anything. Okay, we cannot guarantee about that. And let's go to our next question. What the difference between the JDK, JRE and JVM? Okay, now I will be explaining you only one line differences. If you want more detailed explanation, check my Techm playlist. Okay, there I have made a 4 minutes video which I have detailed explained everything. Okay, first of all, what is JVM? It is a JVM means Java Virtual Machine, and it provides a runtime environment in which Java bytecode can be executed. Okay, and what is that JRE? JRE is used to provide runtime environment, and it is the implementation of JVM. And what is JDK? Okay, JDK contains private Java virtual machine and few other resources such as interpreter, loader, compiler, and a document generator, a Java achiever, and many things. Okay, and these are used to complete the development of the Java application. These are the one-line differences between the JDK, JRE, and JVM. Okay, if you want more information, please check my playlist. Now let's go to our next question, like sort a collection using comparator using Java futures. Okay, now let's write some code. If you observe, guys, I have something like user here. I have created a class user, and I have declared some variables like id, name, and r. Okay, and here I have initialized this constructors, and I have added this object into a list. And first of all, let's print them. Let's check how it will be printed. Okay, after printing it, my result is like the IDs are not in a proper way, right? I want to sort them using the comparator. Okay, using some Java future. First of all, let me declare a list here, and let me iterate them using stream. Wait, sorry, here it is allow stream dot comparator dot sorted of comparator dot comparing. Here we are trying to sort the user based on the ID, right? And ID is what is the type of variable? It have int. So from this group you want to select comparing int. Okay, employee get user get ID. Okay, and okay, there is some issue. Okay, there is some issue here. Okay, got it. I missed some step. I want to collect it, right? I want to collect it, and I want to collect into a list. Yeah, now let's print it. Now you can check the differences here. Here I have sorted the ID based on, like I have sorted this list based on the IDs by using this comparator. Okay, I hope you guys understood this, and let's go to our next question. How to add user defined objects in tree set. Okay, and it will take some time to explain you guys practically, so I have made a video and I have attached that in Techmahindra playlist. Please check that. Okay, explaining everything will take so much of time, guys, so I have done that. Okay, please understand. And first of all, what is Swagger? Okay, Swagger is normally what, simply you can say like it is an open source project which is used to generate REST API documents for RESTful web services. Okay, and it provide user interface to access RESTful web services via web browser. Okay, to enable Swagger to in Spring Boot, you have to follow some particular steps. Okay, and explaining this Swagger practically takes some time, and here I have explained the Swagger in detail. Okay, it took nearly 15 minutes for me, so I'm not explaining everything here. You can check my playlist. Okay, and how you handle exception using Spring Boot. Normally, why we want to handle these exceptions? Normally, let's assume there are 100 controllers in our project. Okay, as these are the real-time projects, let's assume my project is a very big project and I have 100 controllers, and even there is some exception occurred in one controller, there may be a chance of termination of whole program. Okay, and even for writing all the exception handling in the 100 controls is very hard, right? So we can use something like global exception handler in the Spring Boot. Okay, we have a annotation like @controller and advice. Okay, it is a specialization of @component which allows to handle exception across the whole application, okay, in one global handling component. Okay, using that one class which we annotated it as @controller advice, it will handle exception in the whole project, guys. Okay, that is the advantage of that. And even there is a chance of interviewer asking you how you create the custom exceptions and how you use the custom exception handling, like that. Even I made the video for the exception handling in Spring Boot. I put that video in the Techm playlist. You can please check that. Okay. And why we use Spring Boot for microservices? You may get it out, right? We have Spring MVC, and why we are not using other things? We are using this microservices, but why we are using the Spring Boot only? I can simply show you guys an example. Why we are using only Spring Boot, not other frameworks like Spring or something? Because I can simply say like Spring Boot is a ready-made application which we can execute. Okay, if you observe, we have a good feature like Spring Initializer here. We can simply add dependencies like Spring Web and everything, and if you just after naming the packages and everything, if you just click on generate, whole project will be generated, and we can directly import it on. We can start executing it. But if it's come to Spring MVC or something, we don't have such good interfaces like Spring Initializer for creating a project like this. So we call this Spring Boot as a ready-made application for executing, and it is very easy to use also, guys. There are many good things, like even we have embedded database here and many things. We have many features added into the Spring Boot compared to the other frameworks. Okay. So that is the reason we are using the Spring Boot for implementing the microservices. Okay. And what are the dev tools in Spring Boot? Okay. I will show you this practically, guys. Then you will get some good idea. Okay. Let me close all these things. Here I have already created a Spring Boot project. Okay. And if you observe this form.xml, we have something like a dependency Spring Boot dev tools. Okay. And let me explain you about this dev tools dependency. Whenever we have this dependency in our Spring Boot project, our Spring Boot application will be restarted for every change we have made in our application. Okay, let me explain you this practically. Okay, let me start my application once, and then I will show you how this Spring Boot dev tools dependency will restart the application for every change. Okay, here we have okay, here if you observe, this message is printed here, right? Now what I want to do means, let me clear console. Here let me change some, let me make some changes, let me save it. Okay, I'm not restarting my application, but my application is restarting because we have a dev tools dependency in our project. So it saves a lot of time for developers, guys. Okay, how means every time we make some small changes, if we want to restart our application, it's a big headache for us, right? But if it's come to when we added this dev tools, it will be restarted automatically. I can simply say like live reload. Okay, so it will help developers a lot for saving the time without stopping the application, running it again, like that. So it helps a developers a lot, guys. Okay, now you guys understood, I think so. You guys understood what is this dev tools. Okay, let's stop our application. Let's go to next. How to access values in application.properties files into Spring Boot app. Normally, whenever we create a Spring Boot application.property file is by default created, right? Our question is to how to access them. You can access it using @value annotation. Okay, that is a simple answer, so I don't want to show you practically. And my last question is real-time microservices example. As I have mentioned Spring Boot in my resume, my interviewer wanted me to explain a real-time microservices example. I can simply say like I have explained our daily life example. Okay, our daily life example. I took ATM as a reference, guys. Okay, by taking that reference ATM as a reference, I explained him how it works in real time with the microservice architecture. Okay, I already made a video. It's a 5 minutes video, and I have attached that in my playlist, and I will place this playlist in the description, guys. You can check it. Okay, don't forget to check this microservice real-time example. It's a very important managerial round question. I faced this question in at least 2-3